Hello and welcome back to Chubby Farm and of course to Stardew Valley. It is the first of winter. I was about to say spring, but it is definitely not spring. We are on the first of winter and things are looking good on the farm. It looks like we have a whole bunch of money just sitting right over here. That is going to be absolutely fantastic. Let me grab all of that out. That is going to be 14,000 just with the aged legend row, and another 6,500 with the aged crimson row. I would like to get the artisan perk. Did we change that yet? If we go into our skills here, farming is artisan, perfect. So we can go ahead and sell these for the maximum amount, which is exactly what we want to see. We'll throw our jade into this chest here. Someone in the last comment, in the last video mentioned that I did have some diamonds in here, and I actually wanted to keep them in there. I remember why they were in there at that point. It's because we are making our own triple shot espresso at this point, so we don't have to worry about that quite so much. Now, being winter, we aren't really going to have any crops to deal with, but we still have to deal with our trees producing products, and we still have to deal with our animals. So we'll head over there and get that done real quick. Got ourselves a duck feather as well, which is nice. Is that our first duck feather? Surely not. Maybe it is. Duck feathers are loved gifts, which is why oh, actually, no, they're not. Only Elliot and Victor like them. Okay, well, I thought they were loved gifts. Apparently, I was wrong. So we really need to make a loom at some point. We should probably do that today, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. Goat's milk can go in there. We'll grab 2 of our truffles, throw them in there. These will get processed up in due course because, you know, it is winter, so we won't be producing any more of them. And that should be fine. All right, in terms of what we actually have to do today, we have a couple of crops to harvest in the Grandpa's shed greenhouse. We have some trees up here that need to be harvested, which is always nice to see. We need to check our special orders board in town, and we need to check the daily bulletin board. All reasonable things to do. It is also Krobus's birthday, and I would like to get him a present. But the other thing that I would love to do today is to finish the community center and all of the bundles. We have 2 more ancient fruit ready to go. Let's go ahead and throw you in there. And I'm just going to throw the other one in there for the moment. We only have starfruit seeds for now. Once these starfruit grow up, we will replace them with the ancient seeds that we are currently producing, and that will be fantastic. All right, with that done, let's go ahead and quickly check this. Willie wants us to catch 5 herring. I don't think that's going to happen. I apologize. I just don't think that's going to happen. I should also take this rather than, you know, walking, but that's fine. All right, we have crops to harvest in the greenhouse, so I definitely took that to the wrong place. Let's go to the greenhouse, get that harvested up. That will probably just be coffee, which is fine. Let's grab all of our coffee. Absolutely lovely. We'll get that cooking at some point. For now, it'll probably just live in a chest, but I am absolutely okay with that. And then we'll grab out a gift for Krobus, and then we will head into town and see what the special orders board has in store for us. I am going to sell my gold and silver quality coffee beans just because I couldn't be bothered doing anything else. Duck feather I will sell as well. It is a loved gift by only 2 people, so that is not worth my time. And then the rest can just get quick stored, and we'll go ahead and throw our row into our preserves jars. Right, perfect. And then I'm going to dump my coffee beans into this chest here, which I think will be absolutely perfect. All right, let's have a look at what Krobus wants. They like monster musk, diamond. Anything we can give them that will be of higher quality would be nice. For instance, a rabbit's foot potentially. We have a gold rabbit's foot. I think that will absolutely work for Krobus. And yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's head into town, check the special orders board. We are looking out for forage as we see Krobus running away into the bushes. And yeah, we'll get that done. We also have a nice little thing there, which had a chance to give us one of the winter forages, but it didn't. So we'll look for that a little bit later on. For now, we need to chase Krobus up through these footprints and find where they are hiding. Is it that bush or is it this bush? This bush. Hi. I would love to take it. Thank you for the magnifying glass. That now allows us to find secret notes, which will be absolutely amazing. Perfect. All right. The next step is to head down to the special orders board, and then we'll head down to the sewers to give Krobus their birthday present, because we would like to make friends with them as soon as we possibly can. All right. Gus's famous omelet or rock rejuvenation? I don't really care about either of them, if I am being completely honest with you. But let's go ahead and do rock rejuvenation. I think we can finish that a lot quicker than we can the omelets, and that'll be okay. Next up, let's head down to the sewers and go and see Krobus. Right. And are there any other professions that we needed to change? I don't think so. We have blacksmith now. That's fine, and that's fine. Yeah, no, we're good on professions now, so I'm very happy with that. Hi, Krobus. Happy birthday. Do you have anything that I would like to buy? Not particularly, so I'm just going to go ahead and give you that, and that should bring our friendship up quite nicely. We are now already at 6 hearts with Krobus. Fantastic. All right. Next stop is basically anything we need for the community center, right? So if we have a look at this, we need a snow yam, a crocus, and a bearberry, which should all be somewhat doable. I'm going to head down to the beach first, and that way we can go ahead and restock our crab pots. But the main reason I'm actually down here is so that we can grab out our hoe and hopefully find a snow yam. I believe they spawn here. I think it's, yeah, there we go. There's 2 of them. Perfect. All right, now we are just looking for a crocus and a bearberry. And I don't 100% remember where we get bearberries from. I did figure it out at the very end of the last stream, but I'm sure we'll find one at some point. That's a holly. That's not what we need. And we get a little cutscene with... Oh, is this the secret woods? I have not made any progress on getting married. You're filled with energy today, little one. All right. We have a new little secret area. I do briefly remember this from my last playthrough. I believe there are some shops through here. And maybe we should speak with Krobus later. We absolutely will go ahead and do that, but that is not the main priority today. If someone later on could remind me that that was a thing. Also, do we have any mastery points left to spend? I don't think so. If someone could remind me about that later on, we will go ahead and investigate that. But for right now, I want to get the community center finished today, if at all possible. There is a crocus, so now we are just looking for the bearberry. There it is. It was in these forage nodes. Perfect. We may as well clear this out at this point because it looks like there is quite a few of these, and they will give us these ancient fern seeds as well, which we can go ahead and plant in summer once that rolls around again. I don't know if I'll worry about all of the hardwood. We have a hardwood farm on our farm, so we don't really need that. All right, now that we have all of those things, let's go ahead and head into the community center, get that all turned in. That will finish that, which will open up a whole bunch more content for us to explore, which is going to be absolutely amazing. We are still looking for 5 mussels, by the way, which is why I refilled those crab pots on the beach so that we can get started with our raccoon quests. Yeah, every other room is finished, so this is going to be the last of it. Let's go in here. Winter foraging. I would like to hand in a snow yam, a crocus, and a bearberry, please. Fantastic. That is the community center officially finished. We grab ourselves 30 winter seeds. Since we don't have much going on in winter, we may as well go ahead and plant them. They'll be automatically watered anyway, so it's really no skin off our nose to get that done. And the Junimos all say goodbye. And that is it. Junimos have returned to the spirit world. Community center is finished. Do we get a cutscene if we go in here? Absolutely not. I am just going to quickly run down to Willie's because I'm not 100% sure Whether or not entering his house is how we get that cutscene to start, it might have to be tomorrow, but I would like to get to Ginger Island sooner rather than later. If we can get there before he closes. Come on. Oh, perfect. And he's not actually here. That is locked. Well, that's a shame. And now it's locked. Alright, well, never mind then. The other place I want to check out is the train station, because I would also like access to the Witch's Swamp, which is expanded in Stardew Valley Expanded, and is actually quite scary. But I would like to go up there and just check and see what that might look like. Let's go to the mines, I guess, is probably the easiest way to get there. It's a little bit of a walk, but yeah, maybe it would have been quicker just to walk there. Do we get a cutscene? No, we do not. That's a shame. I want to get in here, and I thought maybe coming up here at this point would trigger that, but that might be something that we actually have to do tomorrow once the community center is like actually noted as finished. Let's go ahead and get bearberries, crocus, crystal fruit, holly, and those berries I can sell. All in this chest, as well as a snow yam. And I will go over to my checklist, and if I look at shipping, we need 2 crocus, which we have. Absolutely fantastic. We need 3 crystal fruit. Technically we only need 2 because we've already donated 1 to the winter foraging bundle. Holly, we don't need any really, so that's fine. Nautilus shell we do need. I should have checked the beach for that, but that's okay. We'll be going to the beach a decent amount, and we only need that for the field research bundle, so I don't actually know if we need to ship one of those or not, but I will anyway. Snow yam, we technically need just the 1 for winter seeds. We have winter root. I need 2 of those, which I currently have none, but I actually think that is a lie because they are in there and I actually have 41 of them. So we definitely have enough of those. And then we have the Winter Star Rose, which is found at the summit, which we have not gathered yet. So that is all good. Let's go into my seed chest, throw our ancient fern seeds in there. I'll grab out my winter seeds, grab out my powder melon seeds, because we can plant both of those in winter, and that should be good. All right, we will sell the bearberry, sell the lobster, sell the cockle, sell the trash, and then we will do a little bit of hoeing here, and then I might even just go ahead and plant these. Well, we have upgraded everything. This honestly won't take that long. We don't have that many of them. Let's go ahead and get that in there. Switch to our watering can. We should be able to do the exact same pattern, just like so. Perfect. And that, is that enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 30. We might need an extra row. We need an extra row plus 1. So that should be more than enough. Let's get those planted up just because we can. Get those all watered, and then we can call it a night there. Perfect. All right. Inventory is nice and clean. We are ready to take on the next day. And I don't think there's anything else we need to do today. So let's call it there. I also forgot to check both of these. That would have given me an extra luck, but I don't think we really needed it. So let's head to bed. The bridge is going to be finished. We now have access to the quarry, which would give us access to the golden scythe, which we definitely don't need because we already have the iridium one. But having access to the quarry is always nice. We may go ahead and fill that zone with stuff at some point. But for right now, I'm not going to worry about it. We made 25,920 gold on the day, mostly from our row, which is always, always nice. And we are coming into day 2 of winter. Perfect. All right, let's actually check these today. I would like a greater chance to find ore, I guess. And we get infinite energy today, which is actually kind of nice. All right, to-do list today is actually empty. And we have, I wanted to share this with you. It's notes on how my people build a certain item from Krobus. We get the dark sign recipe from them. And Robin is letting us know that they are now selling the wood chipper. We get the gingerbread man recipe from Susan. And we have a quest from Willy to catch a squid, which we will go ahead and accept. I am curious. No, we just have to bring him a squid. So if we already have one, that's fine. We also need to bring Emily a ruby, a topaz, an emerald, a jade, an amethyst, and a diamond. We should have all of those things. So that is absolutely fantastic. Let's go ahead and start the day with our animals. We'll grab all those things and then we'll head around the map, check out whether or not we have any new cutscenes to check out and new areas to explore. I also need to get an auto grabber in here at some point. Our extra fish pond is also ready, so we'll go ahead and try and to remember to actually put things in there. You can see none of our animals have a hand on them anymore, which means we no longer have to pat them. They're all at full hearts, so that makes that job a little bit easier than it used to be. I'm going to throw my wool in here because we may as well, and we'll get all of this milk processing up, as well as our truffles. Throw those truffles back in there for the moment, and that should be fine. All right, before I completely forget, I am going to go ahead and grab myself another fish for that fish pond. Otherwise, it's going to sit and lay empty for way longer than it should. And talk to Krobus about the forest. We will go ahead and do that today as well. Thank you. Let's get all of that sold. Hit Q to clean up our inventory. And then I believe we have an anglerfish in here that I will go ahead and use in that fish pond. Alright, that is in there. I don't 100% know if that changes the watercolor, but it has a decent chance to produce a roe. I have no idea how much that roe sells for, but I guess we'll find out as soon as we get some. And that'll be fantastic. Alright, do we need anything today? I am going to grab a couple of things. First things I'd like to grab is all of this. So ruby, topaz, emerald, jade, amethyst, and diamond. Amethyst, diamond, emerald, topaz, jade. Is that it? Ruby, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I missing? Ruby. Do I not have a ruby? Well, that's a shame. Yeah, I don't think I have any rubies. Well, damn. We're gonna have to fix that at some point. Well, we might be doing a little bit of mining today then. I will go ahead and throw these right down here just so that I remember that is what we were doing. And then, just in case Willy's shop... Does Willy send you a letter? Let me just look this up real quick because I want to carry... Well, I may as well just carry the ingredients anyway, right? Willy's boat. Let me look up what he needs. Willy's boat. Backroom of Willy Fish Shop is 200 hardwood, 5 iridium bars, and 5 battery packs. So 5 of those, 5 of those, and 200 of those. And we'll just keep them in our inventory for the time being so that when that is ready, we can go ahead and do that. And that should be good. I also need to get a void chicken for the Witch's Swamp as soon as that unlocks as well. Inventory is a little bit full, but that is okay. We should be able to manage. All right. Well, actually, in terms of rubies, we might be able to get one from the quarry. Doesn't look like there's any in here. I'm not even going to worry about breaking any of those. So let's head to the quarry and see whether or not we can find a ruby. I also don't 100% know if we've got access to the quarry minecart until we walk there, which is why I'm walking there. I might have had access to it, but that'll be fine. Now, actually, while we're here, let's go up here and check on whether or not we get a cutscene. There it is. There's the cutscene for the Witch's Swamp. We're not going to go in there yet. Wizard lets us know he used to be married, and his wife is now a witch that lives in this swamp thing. Sealed her in, but he left something behind and he needs it back. So we will go ahead and get that for him at some point. But this is actually kind of terrifying, and I would recommend looking up a map before you go in there. The witch is now loose. I will just quickly show you this, but I'm not going to venture in. Wait, how do I actually get in there? I didn't read the cutscene. Dark Talisman. Oh, enter the sewer and we need... Okay. So we need to go and talk to Krobus about 2 things now. But I did just want to quickly go up to the summit and grab the Winter Star Rose, which we need just the one of. And we should be able to get that. We get Thistle, we get Crocus, Winter Star Rose. Anything behind here? No, it doesn't look like it. Winter Star Rose, more thistles, and we get a little Winter Root as well. Everybody loves Crocus. He's a great guy. He's just chilling most of the time. That can get sold, that can get sold. That we need, so I'll chuck that down there. I'm going to try and keep my inventory nice and clean today, and try and remember not to press Q when I get back home, because that'll dump a bunch of the things that I don't want to dump back out again. But we should be okay. Alright, where to next? Oh, that's right, the quarry. Looking for a ruby. We might also just have to go into the regular mines and try and find one in there. Well, here we are at the quarry. Do we have any nodes for it? That's amethyst, right? Yeah, that's amethyst. Emerald. I'm not seeing a ruby node, which is a little bit unfortunate. I may as well go ahead and use this minecart to get to the mines. That'll make sure that it's definitely unlocked, and then we'll head down to floor like 100 and start looking for a ruby. Which, yeah, it's very unfortunate that we didn't find one, or we didn't have one. We would have used them for spicy eel in the desert. We are wearing our lucky ring, so that should help out a little bit. I believe they are more common the deeper you go, which is why I am at floor 100 and below, but no luck so far. Luck will not be on my side today. That makes total sense. I also didn't realize I was going to go mining today. So this morning I chose +1 ore from ore nodes. Oh, I didn't see that. Rather than additional ladders and shafts, which would have been far more helpful. I hope I didn't see a ruby on that floor, because I did not actually mean to go down that ladder. Okay, I don't want to do that. Let's go to Willie's. We didn't get a ruby. We can go to Willie's and get that done. And we get our cutscene for the community center as well. Everyone's happy, healthy, and enjoying the community center. Pretty sure Lewis and Morris are about to fight. You've done Pelican Town a great service. Everyone in town is pleased. As a way of saying thank you, I'd like to present you with this town's greatest honor, the Stardew Hero Award. You earned it. Perfect. It is one of the ugliest trophies I've ever seen, so I generally don't display it. But yeah, and Morris is super mad. I'm sorry, Morris, but your store kind of sucks. Let's settle this the old-fashioned way. And Pierre and Morris are now fighting. And see you later, Morris. Bye-bye. Alright, with that done, let's head... that's so annoying. I used the train to go down to the town, which is near the blacksmith, and it teleported me up to the community center. I kind of hate when it does that, but, you know. Not much we can do about it. Alright, and down to the beach. Let's go and see Willy. We also need to see Krobus. So many things to do. We also need to do fishing. Willy's not going to talk about it. Same. Why did you not give me... Do you send me a letter? Show me your boat. I want to fix your boat. I have the materials for you. Well, that's a shame. Alright. Are there any Nautilus shells on the beach? Is my question. No, but there's a conch shell. Apparently we needed that. Let's grab that real quick. Grab whatever this is. Another book for the library. Fantastic. And now we'll head into the sewer and talk to Krobus about two different things. You really wouldn't assume there's so much to do at the start of winter. Two Krobuses. Now we've got to talk to Krobus about 3 things. Hi Krobus, we have so much to talk about. I am looking for a dark talisman. Unfortunately, I dropped it while exploring that tunnel in the far corner, so we'll need to go over here. That'll be fine. Perfect. That is now open. That is also a fantastic place to farm for fiber, if you need it. Krobus is also letting us know that he's sorry we were attacked. Shadow person was Ozul, a new friend of mine. He isn't used to seeing humans, at least ones that won't attack. I've been trying to befriend other shadow people in the mines. It's difficult teaching them to be friendly to humans. They're scared of your kind. That's fair. I've killed a lot of them. They won't tell me exactly why. It's probably because I've killed a lot of them. And that is apparently all that we needed to talk about. What about what about the Junimo in the forest? You didn't tell me about that. I would also like to purchase a void egg. Yeah, just the one should be fine. Actually, I'll grab 2 because I would like to make mayonnaise with one of them. That is the plan. Alright, we have no inventory room, but we can probably throw out a bunch of stuff. We don't need slime. We probably don't need 2 coal. Definitely don't need a singular piece of iron. We don't need broken glasses. Soggy newspaper. Magma geode can go away. We don't need the quartz. We don't need the fiber. That we do need. Winter root can go away. We have like 40 of them. That can go. That can go. And that can go. And the rest of this can stay. And we'll head over this way and see what is going on in here. Now, I believe if we grab out our fishing rod, there is another fish that we can catch, another 2 fish that we can catch in here, maybe a 3. I don't know what that one is. If we click on this, we can have a look. So we can catch the water grub, the snatcher worm, and the slime jack are all things that we need to catch. This area is also home to a bunch of bugs. So if you need bug meat, this is a fantastic place to get it, as well as a whole bunch of fiber, like I said. But the main reason we are here is to try and find the dark talisman, which I believe is like in the top right-hand corner. Oh, never mind, it's right there. This area is not as big as I remember. So, grab that. That is the dark talisman. We now need to go and see the wizard and get that done. I will grab some fiber since we're here. Get this all nice and cleared out. And since it's 6:10 and there isn't too much left to do today, I would still like, of course, to go and grab what was ruby. But oh, we also got an ancient seed from that. Fantastic. All right, mixed seeds can go away. I don't really need those. Got some algae soup. We will just sell that. A couple of rice shoots I don't care about. Bug meat we may as well keep. And then I'm going to come somewhere where I can get a decent way away from land. Maybe over here and start fishing a little bit. See if we can't get a couple of these fish. We do have a quality bobber on, so these should all be at the highest quality, no matter if we mess up this catching or not. And we don't have a lot of bait, but we do have a little bit more in our inventory anyway, so that should be fine. First catch is a carp. Alright, there is our very first slime jack. Fantastic. One more piece of bait. Well, the bugs in here are annoying. You die. Bait goes on the rod. I don't believe we have the ingredients on us. We may as well grab that while we're here. To make any of these, no. But we do need some more quality bobbers at some point. For now, I'm just going to keep fishing to see if we can't catch ourselves these 2 fish. How does it still move while I'm fishing? That seems rude. Time's paused. Hello? Stop. There is a water grub, but my god. Die. I have to eat some cheese after that. That was so rude. But yeah, there is the water grub. We are now looking for whatever this was. And that'll be all of the fish down here. I just need to make sure that we don't need multiple of them. Another carp. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. 9 PM, we are watching the time. I swear bugs are supposed to stop moving when I'm catching fish, but there is the last fish we needed. the snatcher worm as I murder this silly bug. And let me just quickly check on my spreadsheet over here and see what we need for fishing. So we caught ourselves the slime jack. We don't need more than one, so that is all we need there. We also caught ourselves the snatcher worm. We don't need any more of those. And we caught the other thing, the water grub. And again, we don't need any of those. So that is all nice and done. We shouldn't have to come back here ever again unless we want a little bit of fiber. Oh, we also got a small crystal. All right, cool. Let's talk to Krobus again, because he still didn't tell me about the thing, but I guess he's just not going to. I do somewhat know about it. And I was just reading the thing about Willy's boat. He does send you a letter to go ahead and do that, so keep that in mind. Once we get the letter, we can go ahead and fix the boat up. I'm a little bit disappointed that that didn't happen today, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's get home and clean up this inventory because it is a huge mess at the moment. And then we'll go from there. Tomorrow we will go back into the mines and try and find that ruby. But for now, we should be okay. One of those needs to stay in my inventory, please. That can go there. I really wish I could just press Q. I sort of can. If I go in my inventory, I can lock items. And I can say, please lock all of those things. Lock that and lock hardwood, battery pack, iridium bar. Everything else should be just allowed to go into a chest. Now if I hit Q, nothing happens because none of this stuff has anywhere to go. All right. Let me do this. Do I have the large chest recipe yet? I don't think I do I? I haven't bought it yet, have I? Oh, that's a shame. I really want to keep some of my fish. Oh, I didn't realize those were in there. They can go down here. For now, this other winter chest is going to be my fish chest. I'm just going to keep all of those because I think that will be good. The Winter Star Rose can also go in there. That can get marked off. We'll go ahead and throw our Stardew Hero trophy into there. And this will come with me. Small crystal can go in our decoration chest. I definitely need to upgrade my chests at some point very, very soon. And then the rest of this stuff can probably just get sold. Sell the thistle. I don't actually think we need a conch, but I'm going to keep it anyway, just in case. Mayo I want to use. I mean, the void eggs I want to use. And then the rest of this stuff I would like to keep on me. Since it is 11:20 and we still have a tiny bit of time, I am going to go into my chicken coop. I'm going to use one of these void eggs to make mayonnaise. And I am going to use one of these void eggs to make a brand new chicken. So that can go there. That can go in there. And then we can come back in the morning and harvest that up. And that should be fantastic. For now, it is time for bed. And it is time to move on to Wednesday, the 3rd of winter. And of course, we'll go pat the dog. Junimo loves you. Fantastic. Go to sleep for the night. Did we make much money today? Probably not. Still, 8,000. Not too bad. Alright, and it is day 3 of winter. Let's go ahead and collect our things, grab our bonuses. We will grab a greater chance to find ladders and shafts, and we'll get the butterfly, which I have a feeling will be on the beach. For those of you watching the video, I have played this day already. I got a bug, and that killed all my progress for the day. I had to reset at 1:20 AM. But we're here now, and it is what it is. Alright, Willy wants to show us his boat. We have the ingredients for that. Pierre's General Store is now open 7 days a week. Fantastic. And Marnie is telling us that we can get extra pets. Fantastic. And George sent us 35 stone. Let's go ahead and throw that stone away. Throw that away. And let's go ahead and get started with our chores. We'll check the daily bulletin board. 4 squids for Willy. Probably not. and it is also Linus's birthday. Arguably one of the most important birthdays in the game. Alright, chickens and barn animals. Let's get all of these guys pet and pick up all of their drops. We have our void mayo ready, and we'll go ahead and not actually forget to put these in today. Throw that in there, throw that in there, and get going. Perfect. Ah, what a mess. What a mess. But that's the joys of modded Stardew, right? Sometimes things break. But now, if it breaks again, we should be able to fix it, which is absolutely what we wanted to see. So, let's get these restocked. Grab our truffles, throw them in there, and don't forget these 2 milks, and that should be good to go. Perfect. Alright, next up is this, and then we'll head up to Grandpa's shed greenhouse, harvest up our ancient fruit, get that turned into seeds, and go from there. Question for you in the comments: what is the most frustrating bug you've ever experienced in a video game, and how much progress did you lose? That is the question for today's video. Alright, we'll head to the greenhouse, get our coffee harvested, and then we should be pretty much ready to start our day. Clean up the inventory, grab a present for Linus, which is going to be an iridium quality mushroom colony, and then we can go from there. So we should be able to press Q here. Actually, we need to unlock the coffee beans because they didn't go in automatically. The void mayonnaise I'm going to keep on me. Crimson fish roe is going to go in one of our barrels. The ancient seeds, I'm going to keep them in my inventory too. I should have put them away while we were there, but I completely forgot about it. Duck feathers can be sold, as well as our starred quality coffee beans. That can go in there, and then we just need to grab out a quick present for Linus, which is going to be one of these iridium quality mushroom colonies. Perfect. All right. Next stop is going to be up to see Linus, and then I'm going to stop by the caves and try to find myself a ruby. Alright. Hello, Linus. Happy birthday, good friend. Let's chat to you a little bit. That brings us up to 9 hearts with Linus. Fantastic. And, okay, before we got a cutscene for that, but that's okay. Maybe it'll happen when we come out of the mines. Next stop, let's head to the mines, get that going, and try and find ourselves a ruby. And we need to make sure to head down to Willie's before 5 so that we can fix that boat up today as well. Alright, floor 100, let's get going. There is an amethyst. Not quite what we needed. For those of you watching on... Oh, sorry, I just noticed. There is our rubies. So now we can talk to Emily and complete that quest, and then we'll head down to the beach and get that boat all fixed up. Perfect. That was a lot less trouble than it was yesterday, so I'm very happy about that. Let's head into town, go and see Emily. And we also see Claire here, who I unfortunately made lose their job because Jojo Mart is now officially closed. You know, the other thing that we lost is all of our secret notes that we found. Well, that's a shame. That's specifically even more of a shame because we did find the one for the Jojo Mart truck with the rabbit's foot, and that is a fantastic one to get because I believe it permanently increases your luck, and we now no longer have that, but you know, these things happen. Alright, cutscenes are done. Let's go and see Emily. We should be able to get into their room, I believe, and we can go ahead and give them all of these, right? So let's get that moved over, get a ruby up there, and then we can go ahead and give Emily one of those, 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 and one of those. That is now complete. And since we have some spare, we'll give her an amethyst as well because they do love amethyst, and that'll bring us up to 5 hearts with them. Absolutely fantastic. Rock rejuvenation is now complete. We still have the quest for catching a squid and the Calico Desert shortcut, but that is fine. Since we finished the ruby quest a little bit earlier than we did on our previous run through of the day. I will head down, fix the boat up, and then I think it would be a good idea to go ahead and get some fishing out of the way, some winter fishing out of the way, so that we have all of the winter fish available to us. Turn in our prize ticket. That will get us a sports cap. Fantastic. Next prize is a fish smoker and then some artifact troves, so we'll keep that in mind. And now we can finally head down to Willie's, fix up the boat, and that'll be fixed with Robin and Willie in the middle of the night, which will be absolutely amazing. There is also the butterfly. We're currently at 11,700, so yeah, that was 5,000 gold for finding that butterfly. Like I said, it's not worth looking for it, but if you manage to come across it, it's a nice little bonus. And here is Willie's boat. It's a sad sight, but thankfully we have all of the materials to fix it already in our inventory, so we can go ahead and do that nice and quickly. I would definitely like to help Willie. Perfect. Leave it unlocked, but you know what? We are going to do that right now. We don't actually need those in our hand. Go ahead and donate the 5 iridium bars, 200 hardwood, and 5 battery packs, and that will be now fixed up in the middle of the night, because apparently that's when all the work gets done in Stardew Valley. Alright, now in terms of fish that we need, we don't need any from the beach. I believe both of these can be found in the river. We're looking for these ones, which I believe is a lincod and a perch. I believe that is correct. Let me just zoom in here so we can see this a little bit better, and let's start fishing. Now, I don't have any bobbers because I completely forgot about that, but it is what it is. Let's just get to fishing, try and catch these guys, and then we can go from there. Tomorrow, we should be able to head to Ginger Island. Gotta love it. I actually don't mind fishing. It's just a little bit slow for my liking. I wish it was like sped up by about 50%. I think that would be a good balancing point, because this is a little bit slow. Alright, here's one we need. I think this might be the perch. Let's find out. That is the perch. First catch. Complete. Fantastic. Now we are just looking for the lincod, I believe. There it is. There is our lincod first catch. Let me just quickly open up my spreadsheet and see if that is enough. We need 1 perch. That's fine. We do need a squid at some point, and then we need 1 for the catch a lincod quest. So we need to keep that. And then we also need to catch a squid. It is 8:20, so we may as well try for the squid right now. If we have a look here, squid is caught between 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. in winter on the ocean, right? So let's head down to the ocean, try and catch a squid, and then that will be pretty much all of our winter fishing complete. And we also should probably go ahead and check for nautilus shells while we are here. And no, I do not see any. I also need to catch the legendary fish for winter. I can't 100% remember where that is caught, but I will make sure to do that before winter is over. If anyone could remind me where that is, that would be fantastic. Oh, this might be a squid. Yeah, it sure is. And hopefully we can catch it. Hopefully it's not too painful. And that is done. And that should complete the catch Willie a squid situation, which we should be able to do tomorrow because we need to go and see Willie to get to Ginger Island. So I'll make sure to keep that in my inventory. We only need the 1, and that is to complete that very quest that we currently have. And that should be amazing. All right. In terms of collections, how are we actually doing on fish? Pretty good. Pretty good. Most of these are like Fable Reef and Ginger Island, so we are actually closer than it looks to having caught all of the fish in the game, which is another star drop and one of the things that we need for perfection, right? Perfect. All right, let's go back to the bus stop, head back to our farm, and I am curious, now that we've got the magnifying glass, whether or not we still need the secret note in order to give that guy his rabbit's foot, right? I am very curious about that. I'm just going to throw all of my fish in here, just in case I need them, because, you know, keeping track of fish is a little bit tricky. Let's press Q, clean up the inventory as much as we can, and then go to the shipping bin, ship out that, get rid of that. Amethyst and ruby we will keep. We have a little bit of decoration in that sports cap, and we definitely need bigger chests sooner rather than later. I am going to keep the void mayonnaise on me as well. I'm going to keep that and my ancient seeds, but both the amethyst and the ruby can go back in this chest. Actually, the ruby should live in my mining chest, and I will also grab out my slingshot, my bombs, and I don't need the staircases, so that we can use those once we get to Ginger Island. Making sure that we also have our watering can on us, that is very, very important. Alright, let's keep those all down there. Keep the squid up here so that I remember. And that should be good to go. We also have a whole bunch of roe ready to be sold, which is just straight money. Get those in there, and then we can head to bed for the evening. Perfect. Alright. Day 3 officially complete. The boat is being upgraded, being repaired. We can now head to Ginger Island whenever we please, which will be amazing. And that is exactly what we are going to do with day 4 of winter. We made a cool 21,000 gold on the day. Not too bad. That is where we're going to end it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, please go ahead and make sure to leave a like and a comment for the sake of engagement. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Consider becoming a member of the channel if you'd like early access to all of the videos. But until next time, happy building, happy farming. Bye, guys.